Now let us see what do you mean by speed and what do you mean by velocity. Now by formula, speed is given as distance upon time. The distance that you are traveling divided by the time taken to travel that distance. Whereas velocity is defined as displacement upon time. Now since distance is scalar, so speed is also a scalar quantity. And because the displacement is vector, velocity is also vector quantity. Now the unit of speed will be distance upon time. For distance we take meter and for time we take second. So meter upon second, which can be written as meter per second. Same thing here also, unit is meter per second. Smaller unit is centimeter per second. Here also smaller CGS unit is centimeter per second. Okay. Now velocity will have a sign. It can be plus or minus depending on the direction. So negative values you can get for velocity, but for speed you will never get negative velocity. So I think this is clear, the difference between speed and velocity. So speed is what? Speed is the rate of change of distance with time, and velocity is rate of change of displacement with time. Or you can say the same definition of speed you can write in velocity, only you have to write that in a specified direction. Speed does not have direction, velocity has direction. Now if I say the train is traveling at 50 km per hour, then I am telling this is the speed. If I tell the train is traveling 50 km per hour in the east direction, then this is the velocity of the train I am talking about. So always remember, speed and velocity are same. Only in velocity we are going to mention the direction also, and that is why it becomes a vector quantity. Now again I will just explain you the distance and the displacement. Yesterday I don't know why you were confused. Suppose this is your house and this is your school. Let me draw again. This is your school. Okay. And this is your house. Now you are going to your school like this. You first come out from here, then you go here, okay? There is a temple, then you come like this, then you come like this, and this is how you reach your school. So this is the actual path what you have taken. So this will be your distance. And suppose if you measure this distance, this comes out to be say 2 kilometers. Now the distance between your house and the school can also be represented like this by a straight line. You can also come like this here. Okay, this is the shortest path between your school and your house. So this green, this distance is known as displacement. That is, whether you came to this route or that route, whichever route, the main thing is that you reach from school to the house, and the distance between this, say suppose it is 70 meters only. Okay, but your distance will be 2 kilometers because you went round and round and you came like this. So this is the difference between distance and displacement. Displacement is the shortest path. Now here, your distance will always be equal to displacement. But suppose you took the same path, you also went like this only straight. In that case, your distance and displacement both are same. So distance will either be greater than displacement or distance will be equal to displacement. Second, I told you that displacement can be zero. You went from your house to the school and came back again to your house. So where were you before? In your house. Now where you are? In your house. So was there any displacement? No. You were in your house, now also you are in your house. So your displacement is zero. Whereas if you go by this route and come back also by this route, your distance will be 4 kilometers, but your displacement will be zero. Okay? Now, let's see what do you mean by uniform speed. What do you mean by uniform speed? Now suppose a body is starting to go at 9 a.m. One car is starting. Okay, it has traveled 0 kilometer because it is not yet started. It is just starting at 9. At 9:30 we see that it has completed 10 kilometers. At 10 o'clock we see that it has completed 20 kilometers. At 10:30 we will see that it has completed 30 kilometers. So tell me, in the first half an hour from 9 to 9:30 it travelled how many kilometers? 10 kilometers. From 9:30 to 10 it travelled how much? 20 minus 10, 10 kilometers. From 10 to 10:30 it travelled how much? 30 minus 20, that is 10 kilometers. So every half an hour it is travelling 10 kilometers. And these time limits what we have taken, they are equal intervals, half an hour का आधा घंटा है. See, 9 to 9:30 half an hour, 9:30 to 10 half an hour, 10 to 10:30 half an hour. So half hour we have taken the interval, equal intervals, and the distance covered by this in those equal intervals is also equal, that is 10 kilometer, 10 kilometer, 10 kilometers. So when a body covers equal distances in equal interval of time, it is said to be having uniform speed. Okay, when a body covers equal distances in equal interval of time, then the body is said to be having a uniform speed. Clear? Now we will see what do you mean by non-uniform speed. Non-uniform speed, it is also known as variable speed. Suppose I take the same example, 9 a.m., then I take 9:30 a.m., then I take 10 a.m. and I take 10:30. Now 9 o'clock, 0 kilometer just started. Now 9:30 I find it is 10 kilometers. At 10 a.m. I find it is 15 kilometers. Here I find it is 30 kilometers. Now you can see that in the first 30 minutes, that is from 9 to 9:30, it has travelled 10 kilometers. Again, in the next 30 minutes, 9:30 to 10, it has become 15, means only 5 kilometers. So here it has travelled 10 kilometers. Here it has travelled 5 kilometers. And here it has travelled 15 kilometers. So 10, 5 and 15. So these are all unequal distances. So when it covers unequal distances in equal, but time intervals are equal, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. So when a body covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time, it is said to be performing non-uniform or variable speed. Very simple. Okay? Now we will see what do you mean by instantaneous speed. What do you mean by instantaneous speed? Now when a body is constantly changing the speed, एक speed में नहीं जा रहा है, it is increasing, decreasing, increasing, decreasing, because it is crowded, there are traffic jams, so many times you are going to change the speed. That time we want to find the speed of one particular short time interval, and that is known as instantaneous speed. So at any instant, at one particular small fraction of time, when we are taking the speed, it is known as instantaneous speed. So speed taken, speed during a small interval of time, during small interval of time. Why small interval of time? Because if the car is doing a journey of 2 hours, and if that in that 2 hours it has changed its speed say 200 times, how can you tell that speed for 2 hours is that much? Because every second it is changing the speed, every minute it is changing the speed. So now we are going to talk about one particular time, that during this time the speed was so much. So when we talk about a particular short interval of time, that speed is known as instantaneous speed. Okay. So now the definition of instantaneous speed will be distance travelled in short time interval upon time interval. Now let us see what do you mean by average speed. Average speed. Now suppose there is a car, okay, travelling from point A to point B. Now here it is going at a speed of 20 km per hour. Okay. Then after some time here it will increase the speed to say 30 km per hour. And here it becomes say 60 km per hour. And finally it reaches B. And the distance between A and B is say 100 km. Now if somebody says you that by what is your speed, you came from A to B, what speed did you come? What will you tell? For some time I came from here to here, I was 20 km per hour. Then I increased my speed to 30 km per hour. Afterwards I increased my speed to 60 km per hour. No, we don't talk like that. What we do is, we will see how much time we took to travel from A to B. Suppose for coming from till A to B you took 2 hours. So we will tell them our average speed, and average speed is equal to total distance travelled. Total distance travelled is how much? 100 km. And what is the total time taken? 2 hours. Okay, so that is equal to 50 km per hour. This is your average speed. Clear? Why average speed is taken? Because a body does not go with the same speed from a point A to B. Sometimes it gets total free road, the speed will increase. When you are in a crowded area, your speed will decrease. So in that, what we do? We find the average speed by taking the total distance divided by the total time taken. Clear? Now velocity you have already seen. Now let us see what do you mean by uniform velocity. Uniform velocity means if a body travels equal distances in a particular direction in equal intervals of time, the body is said to be moving with a uniform velocity. I'll explain you. Uniform velocity. So equal intervals, equal distances, it is going to travel in equal interval of time. Remember that example, 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m., 10 a.m., half an hour ka, and it is going same, 10 kilometer, 10 kilometer, 10 kilometer. Now here, if the direction is also the same, then we say that it is going to have the uniform velocity. Direction also should be same. It should not happen that it is going same equal distance, the time interval is also equal, but it is changing the direction. In that case, we will not say that it is having a uniform velocity. For example, I'll explain you. Same example, 9:30, 10 a.m., 10:30. Here 0 kilometer, 10 kilometer, 20 kilometer, and here 30 kilometer. Now here it is going in this direction, here it is going in this direction, okay? But after that it is not going ahead, it is coming back here. So the direction has changed. So this is not a uniform velocity. Uniform velocity means if it is 9, say 9:30, 10 and 10:30, and it is 0 kilometer, 10 kilometer, 20 kilometer and 30 kilometer, then you can see that equal distance it is covering 10, 10, 10, 10 in half an hour. But the direction is like this, here also it is going like this, here also it is going like this. So you can see that it is going in the same direction. So this is a example of uniform velocity. Equal distances in equal intervals of time, and that too in the same direction. So this is uniform velocity. Okay. And we have already seen the equations. Once again I will just revise with the equations. Now see the terminologies used. This S means distance. And if you write S and put a arrow, it is displacement. Okay. Now T means time. Here also T means time. Then you have speed and velocity. So for speed we will use V, this means speed, and when we use V with the arrow it becomes velocity. So V is equal to S upon T, and here we will write V arrow is equal to S arrow upon T. Okay? Look at it carefully. Now T time is a scalar. Then we have non-uniform or variable velocities. Non-uniform or variable velocity. Now you have got three things over here. Now the time is going to be equal intervals, say 9, 9:30, 10. Then you have the distance, it covers 0, 10, 20. Then you have the direction. So suppose this is different or this is different. Suppose this is like this. Direction is different. Or direction may be same but distance will be different. Okay, either of the two, either the distances or the direction, something will change, then it is known as non-uniform or variable velocity. Okay. Same way you have. Now we will see some examples of non-uniform velocity. For example, there is a body which is doing your circular motion. Okay. Now actually in a circular motion what happens? The body actually always wants to go like this straight. It wants to go like this straight. It wants to go like this straight. But there is somebody in the middle which is pulling it, and that is why it is going round and round. Okay, and that is a centripetal force. You will learn in 10th standard about it. Okay, always remember that when a body is going round and round, actually it doesn't want to go round. It wants to go straight. Like at this point it wants to go like this. This point it wants to go like this. But because somebody is pulling it, it is going round and round. For example, you take a long string and tie a stone at the end. And then when you are going to hurl it round and round, then during that time, because you are catching the rope, it is going round. The moment you leave it, it will go straight. So here we will say that every instant its direction is changing. Here it wants to go here, but it is going like this. It wants to go here, but it is going like this. So every time the direction is changing. So even though the speed of this body is going to be constant, going to be uniform, velocity will not be uniform because direction is changing every instant. So this is an example of variable velocity. Variable velocity. Why it is variable velocity? Because direction is changing. Direction changing. Here also direction changing. Here also direction changing. Here also changing. Here also changing. So this is an example of variable velocity. So all the circular motion are variable velocity. Clear? Now, what do you mean by instantaneous velocity? Same thing, when velocity changes full time, then we will just measure velocity of a small interval of time. So velocity during small interval of time is known as instantaneous. Instantaneous means only at one particular instant, one particular moment. Instantaneous velocity. Okay? Clear? Instantaneous velocity. Now we will see what do you mean by average velocity. Now average velocity is equal to the displacement upon total time. Displacement upon total time is going to be your average velocity. I will explain this with the help of an example. For example, this is one point A and there is one car which goes like this. Here. Again from here it went here. This is one point B. This is one point C. And then again it came back here. Okay. So here it went 10 kilometers. Here it went 15 kilometers. Now, tell me one thing. Where is exactly A now? A travelled 10 kilometers to B and 15 kilometers to B, and it after coming from C, now it is coming back over here. So displacement is how much? So distance will be this 10 plus this 15, but displacement will be what? 10 plus 15 and again minus 15. This will also be 15, this distance. So your distance will be how much? Distance travelled. Distance travelled will be 10 plus 15. From A to B plus 15. Okay, A to B 10, B to C 15, and again from C back the person is coming to B. So this is the total distance travelled, that is 40 kilometers. Now what can you tell about the displacement? Initial point kidhar hai? A. Final position kidhar hai? B. What is the distance between A and B? 10. So 10 kilometers. So the distance travelled is 40 kilometers, but the displacement is only 10 kilometers. So average velocity will be this 10 kilometers divided by how much time it took to go from A to B, B to C, and then again back from C to B. This is average velocity. Now in the textbook you can see the distinction given about speed and velocity. It's given in the box form also. Okay.